So hi, the Blue Cliff Record is one of the most famous collections of koans, of the Zen koans, of the Chinese. The Chinese Buddhism, the original form of Zen Buddhism was called Shan Buddhism. And this collection was created in the 12th century and is the most important collections we know. And it starts with Bodhidharma, who brought the Shan Buddhism, the original form of Buddhism, from India to China. Until now, China was just, it was Buddhistic. There were many monasteries, but it was a teaching based on books, based on tradition. And Bodhidharma, when he was already very old, maybe 80 years old, he came to China in order to bring the original form from heart to heart, bridging one generation of the next with direct contact, with direct enlightenment, brought this original teaching from Buddha Shakyamuni to China. And this is what the first Koan says. Koans are always descriptions or moments what have been taught over the centuries, but it was always a riddle which cannot be explained by the thinking mind. It was created to open the mind for the truth itself. The emperor of southern China asked the great master Bodhidharma, what is the highest meaning of the holy truth? Bodhidharma said, empty without holiness. The emperor asked, who is facing me? Bodhidharma replied, I don't know. The emperor did not understand. After this, Bodhidharma crossed the river to northern China. So the emperor really asked, what is the meaning of all I have done for Buddhism? So I have built many monasteries and educated many teachers and established this religion in southern China. So is there any gain for me, any spiritual gain for all my good work? And Bodhidharma, who brought, as I said, Buddhism, the Zen Buddhism to China, said, empty without holiness. And then the emperor is angry and asks, who are you talking to me like this? And Bodhidharma says, I don't know, and he disappeared. And later the emperor was told that this is the most important figure in Buddhism which is still alive. But he was also told that not to run behind him because he would never come back. So what does it mean when we come to our authority or spiritual figure and ask, what is the value of my whole life? I have tried to be a good person. And I did many meditation exercises and tried to change my mind about everything. But here I am asking the question. And Bodhidharma says, empty without holiness. So what does it mean? There is no separated self. There is no holy self in comparison to something unholy. And there is no separation. And this we can do right now. We can jump into this open spirit of which Jesus of Nazareth said, who is reborn is like people of the wind. He's coming and he's leaving without a trace, and you don't know where the wind is coming from and where he's going to. When you are reborn, you are like this. So this is an open awareness, and this is the basic exercise of Zen. You can confuse this state of mind with sitting. But the sitting part is not the most important part of Zen. Zen has to be cultivated in all circumstances, in all parts of life. You cannot cultivate something special in you. The only thing what you can cultivate is what is already there and what is shared by all of life. The Buddha mind means not something special. It means what we call in the West God. God is, when He is God, infinite. Therefore, nothing exists outside of God, and everything that is real exists inside of God. But illusions only exist outside. In other words, they don't exist. The outside world of you is an illusion. It is only a reflection of your false thinking. So when Bodhidharma is cutting the strings of the personality and the thinking of the emperor, he is pointing directly to the moon, directly to truth. There is nothing what you can bring into this moment. So let's jump into this emptiness right now. It's here. Everything is already provided here for you to understand and sense your wholeness. When you ask yourself, who am I? Or even tell yourself, I'm the one self. I am the self which is pervading the universe. You may sense that this is truth. There is an identity in you, full of light, without boundaries. And this self has always been there, but it was clouded by yourself and by the world you created in order to forget yourself. It's here now, and I give you this experience. When you tune into the spirit we share, you can feel it. And this is the goal of meditation and enlightenment. It's subtle, but it is the answer of all your questions and all your search. You cannot find it by searching, but you have to search in order to find it. In order to find it, you have to look inward and not outside. And you have to look and search for the one who is looking. The one who's thinking. Or better, in whose mind does this world appear? Do thoughts appear? What is the space, what is the medium in which all this occurs? You cannot cultivate something special. When you are doing good things for others, for the world, you're just extending your own mind, which was not created by you. So in other words, you give of yourself in order to understand who you are. And in everything you see outside, you can find yourself. Because something like outside does not exist. And in this quietness you find yourself, and you can cultivate this every moment you remember it. This quiet background of all your experiences is always there. It is like the white wall at where the movie is projected at. But you never realize that this wall has to be white for you to see the movie at all, the movie of your life. You have been distracted all the time and try to search within the movie for the answer. And it's not there. The movie is the problem. It does not contain the answer. The answer is your own identity. The Buddha mind, your mind in God. In Western terms, you can say you are the Son. You are part of Trinity. You are the forgotten, the lost son, the prodigal son. But you never left the table of God. You can come back now. And you are already back. But you have to turn around in order to find yourself. Bodhidharma does not know who he is in terms of the emperor. Because there's nothing to say about it. There's no identity separated or different from anything else. There's just a continuation of the spirit of reality. An expression in its way, a unique expression of this one reality. So this is also what I teach in the I Am process. I give you an initiation to have this experience and to cultivate it in you with a simple exercise. And I still take some students for personal counseling and coaching on this path. Thank you for listening.